Yo, what's good everybody? We are back yet again with another video. Now, I'm actually rendering a video right now as I'm recording this one, but we just got some huge news out of the NBA. It's the first really big trade of the whole trade deadline thing. So yeah, the trade deadline isn't for another few weeks. I think actually a week and a half. I believe it's the 8th. But we just had a freaking huge deal that no one expected at all, man. This was honestly so shocking to me. It started off with Woj tweeting, the Clippers and the Pistons are engaged in serious talks on a deal centered on all-star forward Blake Griffin. Now, prior to this, I didn't even think Blake Griffin was on the trade block, man. You knew DeAndre Jordan was on the trade block, but the Clippers had been really hot as of late. They won a bunch of games, and they got themselves back in the playoff race. Currently, if the playoffs started today, they wouldn't have made it, but they would have been really close. And with the Pelicans having DeMarcus Cousins out for the season, a lot of people thought the Clippers had a good shot at making the playoffs. And then we thought DeAndre Jordan was going to possibly be traded, and I don't know what we were thinking. But I did not see this coming, man. Yes, Blake Griffin has been traded to the Detroit Pistons, something I did not expect to happen at all. This is honestly freaking shocking, dude. Oh my God, I did not see this coming at all. First and foremost, I didn't see the Pistons being a big buyer in this trade deadline because they've been playing terrible as of late. Now, they were in the playoff picture before, but currently if the playoffs started today, they wouldn't make it. And they've lost, I believe, 8 straight games. I think they're 1-9 in their last 10, and they're out of the playoffs right now if the season were to end today. Now, that doesn't mean they can't still make it. They definitely can. But still, man, I thought the Pistons were going to be sellers. I did not think they were going to be buyers, but I guess they bought and they sold because they did give up a lot to get Blake Griffin, which, I mean, if that's their guy, if they think him and Andre Drummond are going to be a combo that's just going to work super well together and a duo for the future, I guess, good for that. But I don't know, man. I'm not that high on this trade for the Pistons. I like it for the Clippers. I do like it for the Clippers, but for the Pistons, man, I don't know how I'm feeling about it, yo. I don't know about this, and honestly, I feel bad for Blake Griffin. He just signed a 5-year deal, a 5-year max deal with the Clippers to stay in LA. That's where he likes to be. I'm pretty sure he was dating Kendall Jenner or something for a little bit, and yeah, man, he loves LA. He loves the media there, all that. Now he's going to Detroit. What? How do you go from LA to Detroit? Man, that really is unfortunate for Blake Griffin. I feel bad for him, man. I really do. But yes, this is a full deal, man. Blake Griffin for Tobias Harris, Avery Bradley, Boban, and a 1st and 2nd round pick. So the Pistons did give up a lot to make this happen, man. Avery Bradley is a really good shooting guard. Tobias Harris is a good young player who's had a really good season this year. And Boban's a good bench center. Also, 1st round picks, extremely valuable, especially with this loaded draft. But yeah, I really don't know how I feel about this trade for the Pistons, man. I don't know if I really like it that much. Okay, it makes sense for me for the Clippers because they knew they're not going to win a championship this year, and there's no point in being average in the NBA, and that's what it looked like. They were average. So they get rid of Blake Griffin, their best player, to become a lottery team probably. But that would mean they would have to do more trades because picking up Avery Bradley, Tobias Harris, still having DeAndre Jordan, Lou Williams, and talent there, that's still a possible playoff team. So for them to do anything with this trade, and for this trade to be that good, they have to then trade Avery Bradley and trade DeAndre Jordan. In my opinion, that would make the most sense because Avery Bradley, I believe he's on the last year of his contract. I know there's a ton of competitors, or there's a ton of teams in the championship conversation who would like a player like Avery Bradley, such as the Thunder, who just lost out on Andre Roberson, who was hurt and is out for the rest of the year. So yeah, I think the Clippers should trade DeAndre Jordan and Avery Bradley, and possibly even Tobias Harris too, if they don't see him as a major plan for the future, and just go full on tank mode, try to lose as much as possible. Then you got this new Detroit 1st round pick. that's only protected if it's 1 through 4, which it's probably not going to be. It's probably going to be maybe in the lottery, or it's going to be probably in the 10 through 20 range. That's probably where the pick is going to be. The Clippers also traded Bryce Johnson and Willie Reed to make the whole thing, the salaries and stuff, make sense. And yeah, they had to send players over. Willie Reed's actually a pretty good backup center, so it's good that the Pistons are also getting him. But yeah, man, I guess the Pistons are really, really high on Blake Griffin and Andre Drummond together. I guess that's what they want, and they think that duo could be a duo for the future. That's all the sense I can make out of this, because honestly, from an outside perspective looking in, it doesn't make that much sense to me, man. Like, I guess for the Clippers, they're going to rebuild. That makes sense. But for the Pistons, like, this doesn't make them a championship contender in my eyes. This doesn't make them better than the Celtics or even the Cavs or even the Raptors or even like the Bucks. Like, this makes them barely a playoff team in the East, in my opinion. Or not barely, maybe like 6 through 8. So yeah, barely a playoff team. Like, this trade, I don't really get it that much, man. I don't. Like, guess the Pistons really wanted him, though. I don't know. That's all the sense I could make out of it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, though. But yeah, we're probably going to see a very, very busy trade deadline. And this trade right here is probably going to make it even more busy, because I believe the Clippers are now going to make a lot more moves, man. I do not see them holding on to all those talented players just to be an 8th seed at best in the West. I think they are going to now trade DeAndre Jordan and probably or possibly Avery Bradley or Tobias Harris. Someone, man. I don't think they're going to hold on to all their talented players, man. I think they're going to try to get some more draft picks out of it and try to just restart this whole thing, rebuild the tank season, similar to how a lot of teams do when they trade an all-star caliber player such as Blake Griffin, man. It's really crazy, though. I did not expect Blake Griffin to be traded, man, out of all NBA stars. Like, I did not see that coming. He literally just signed a max deal with this team, and I didn't even know he was on the block, dude. Like, I didn't even know there was a chance that he'd be traded. This is honestly just shocking to me, bro. Like, wow. And I didn't see the Pistons being buyers in this trade deadline either. I didn't think they'd be a home for or suitor for Blake Griffin. Like, I'm just honestly so shocked. This is such a crazy trade to me. Like, I don't know how to feel about it. I don't know the winner of the trade. I don't know the loser of the trade. Honestly, I'd say the winner is the Clippers, because I don't know what the Pistons are doing. Well, I do know what they're doing, but it's not gonna work. Like, that's not, I don't believe in that, especially with Blake Griffin's injury problem. I don't really believe in that Blake Griffin, Andre Drummond front court enough to put them as real contenders. And like, now I guess they'd have to make a splash in free agency to make that big change, because they don't really have that much talent other than those two players, man. Like, I don't know, Reggie Jackson, I guess he's pretty talented, but he's out. I don't know how long he's out for. He's been out for a minute now, though. I don't get this. I don't get this at all. Like, I'm trying to comprehend it. I'm trying to make sense of it as I talk to you guys, but I don't know, man. I don't know. And I really do feel bad for Blake Griffin, because no disrespect to Detroit at all. It's a great city, but it's not LA. He's been living in LA his whole NBA career, and now he's going from LA to Detroit. He's going from the beautiful sunny weather of LA to the cold, depressing winter, or not winter, but the beautiful winter of LA to the cold, depressing winter of Detroit. Like, I don't get it, man. This trade, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to me. Trying to comprehend it, I still can't. I believe DeAndre Jordan's going to be traded now. I also think Avery Bradley will not remain on the Clippers for the rest of this season. I think they're probably going to trade him too. That makes sense. Like, I don't get why you need all those average, or why you need all those good players to be an average team. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. As a person who thinks if things aren't great, you should blow it up, I think things obviously aren't great. They're not going to compete with the Warriors or the Rockets or the Spurs or the Thunder or the Timberwolves. They may not even make the playoffs. Why keep all that talent? Like, I guess trading Blake Griffin is like, okay, we're rebuilding, whatever. But if they keep all these players, then the trade really won't make sense to me, Clippers-wise, because like they're going to be still a decent team, but they're not going to be bad enough to a point where they get a good draft pick, okay? Yeah, those are my thoughts. You guys, I want you all to let me know in the comments down below, man. I need you to make some sense of this trade. Help me out here, guys. Help me out. I need help deciphering if this is a good deal. Who won the trade? Let me know in the comments down below who won the trade. If you think the Pistons won, let me know, and let me know why. If you think the Clippers won, let me know and let me know why. But I really don't know who the winner is. If I had to say there is a winner, which I don't even know if either team won, but if I had to say there's a winner, I would say the Clippers won this trade, because I think both teams are still going to be good at best. But in the NBA, you don't really want to be good. You want to be great or terrible. So yeah, I'd say the Clippers won this trade in my opinion, but I want you guys to let me know what you think in the comments down below. I'm going to wrap this video up though. Thank you all for watching. Hopefully you did enjoy. If you did, make sure to smash that like button. I'd really appreciate that a ton. Thank you all for watching though, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.